Hello and welcome back to GC 360, where news comes full circle. I'm Deanna Hamilton.
And I'm Michael Warwick. On today's show, students dance all night and make the world a better place at the same time.
And GC 360's Hillary Hunting tells us a tale about food, singing, and a cultural exchange as she takes us to this year's International Dinner.
And later, Milledgeville's 4th annual Sounds of the South Music Festival brings out the crowd.
We start off with some exciting news. Next year, there's a chance that one of the presidential debates in the upcoming election will be hosted right here at Georgia College. On Wednesday, GC President Steve Dorman announced the university had turned in its application. President Dorman said, submitting an application for consideration to host a presidential debate is in with our public liberal arts mission to embrace and promote the actions of deliberative democracy. The Commission on Presidential Debates will decide who will host the debates later this fall.
The Milledgeville police have charged a suspect with 2 counts of burglary in connection with a Spider-Man-like break-in at the Milledgeville Mall in February. The culprit made quite a mess of things. GC 360's Jenna Howard has the story.
The Milledgeville Police Department has charged a suspect for the burglary at the Milledgeville Mall on February 26th. Jonathan Matthew Krupke fit the overall description of the suspect seen in mall surveillance. He was taken into custody after police searched his residence on a search warrant issued in connection with a separate residential burglary. On February 26th at 4:24 a.m., officers responded to an alarm going off at the K Jewelers. No signs of forced entry were discovered until Lieutenant Etta Gray of the Milledgeville Police Department opened the mall at 7:49 a.m. She found a makeshift rope dangling from an open skylight near the J.C. Penney. Employees at Stage 1, a salon inside the mall, saw this broken skylight when they came into work the next morning. Major R.M. Hill with the MPD said the suspect broke through the glass, possibly with a saw, before lowering a 100-foot extension cord. The makeshift rope ended up being too short, and in surveillance video recovered from the scene, the suspect is seen falling a few feet to the floor. After composing himself, he tries cutting through the metal security gate at the K Jewelers before an alarm scares him away. We caught up with Abby Downs, a Belk department store employee, while she discussed the break-in with a customer.
The break-in in the mall. Here! This mall.
What they did? Why they do that?
They tried to break into K Jewelers by shimmying down a rope. They couldn't get in, and they tried to break into the mall door over here. Couldn't get in there either. Then they left. They got him on camera, but they don't.
After being taken into custody, Krupke was transported to the police department for further investigation and later charged with 2 counts of burglary. This is Jenna Howard reporting for GC 360.
Many students awoke from their dorms Friday morning to find a parade in their backyard. The sons and daughters of the American Revolution teamed up with Georgia College and Georgia Military College to celebrate the anniversary of Revolutionary War hero General Marquis de Lafayette coming to Milledgeville. The parade marched down Clark Street and Green Street to end at the Capitol. There, the sons and daughters of the Revolution put on a presentation for the city's schools children celebrating Milledgeville's history.
It was Saturday, and hundreds of students descended on the Centennial Center to bust their best moves on the dance floor to raise money for a great cause. Georgia College students took to the dance floor Saturday for GC's annual dance marathon held at Centennial Center. There was one clear objective: raise money by dancing the night away, literally. These students have just started. Ahead of them are 12 hours on the dance floor. Suitably named the 2015 Dance Marathon, From noon to midnight, students were getting down, all while raising money for the neonatal unit at the Children's Hospital of Macon. Georgia College Children's Miracle Network hosted the event, promoting the tagline FTK, or For the Kids. The event also featured an Olympics theme. The near 300 participants went gold for the kids, raising $70,225.64, $5,000 more than their original goal.
And we hit 70 and all of our minds were just completely blown.
So what is it like to dance for 12 hours straight? We caught up with some dancers during the final stretch. Tired was a recurring theme. How are those legs feeling?
A little tired, but it's for a good cause, so.
Have your dance moves kind of deteriorated as the days go on?
So. Very, yes.
Did you guys get here at noon?
We got here right at the noon.
So how are those legs feeling now that you're 9 hours deep?
Not bad at all. Anything for the kids.
Like noodles,
anything,
straight noodles.
So your moves have not deteriorated since the beginning of the...
Are you kidding me? Not at all, man.
No.
I've been dancing all day, man.
No, man.
How are you guys doing so far?
We are doing good, but we're tired. Tired, but we're doing good.
Morale leaders encouraged dancing and movement by leading games and dance routines. A combination of throwback music and today's popular hits blasted through the speakers and had everyone grooving all day and night. We just had to ask participants to shed some light on their go-to dance moves that they whipped out during the event. You can't have that many dance moves. Do you guys have a go-to?
Lindsay does. I don't know. I mean, just a little bit. This one's a good one.
Hey.
It's like, there we go.
Oh. Well, thanks for sharing that. A favorite song that's come on?
Oh, Uptown Funk? Are you kidding me? That's the classic song right now. Everyone loves that song
I have
right
to
now.
say the same.
Can you demonstrate a move that you would pull during that song?
I don't know if I can do that, but something like,
Whoa.
you just gotta do something like that. Yeah.
Whoa. Even Executive Director Stone, who had participated in the past, took us back in time to some moves she busted on the Centennial Center dance floor.
This year, I was just running around, but in the past, no, it's just kind of, just no, I don't really get out of that.
Stone credits the testimonies of parents and Miracle Network children at the event as a reason for the number of donations.
But I think what really sets it apart is the fact that students can go to this event and see where their money and their fundraising is going. They can meet families and children who have been in this hospital, been in the NICU, been in the PICU, who have been treated there, and they can know that the money that they're raising is directly impacting the lives of local children.
Dance Marathon 2015 did its job. Ample fun was had, dance repertoires improved, and a whopping $70,000 raised for kids in need. The non-stop dancing has subsided for now, but the gratitude for the funds raised for the Children's Hospital will last forever.
Wow, that looked like it was a fun event. Like, what was your best part the whole time?
Well, I do love dancing myself, so getting to see everybody doing something that I enjoy doing and really loving it, and especially since it's for a great cause, it was a great experience, and I just loved being there, being in that environment, that dancing environment, with everybody busting their own moves.
Okay.
It was really neat. I really thought that, 12 hours of dancing, nobody would enjoy that, but they looked like they were all having a great time. Something I hope I can do next year.
Awesome. Are you going to bust a dance move right quick?
I think I've already said enough.
Okay.
Anytime anybody asks, I'm down for that.
Awesome.
The spring season is in full swing, and the sports teams are getting all the headlines.
And coming up after the break, the Georgia College softball team is moving up in the rankings, and an interview with the team's head coach and her thoughts on what's behind the team's success.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 68 children is diagnosed with autism. That's about a 30% increase in 2 years. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
What if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow. My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
Welcome to GC 360 Sports. I'm Cole Rogers.
I'm Kelly Miller.
And I'm KJ Sinclair.
Starting off, the Georgia College softball team has moved up in the national rankings. The team is now number 6 in Division II, 2 ranks higher than last week. They moved up after the team picked up 4 wins without a loss in conference matchups over the weekend. Hosting Francis Marion University Saturday, the Bobcats defeated the Patriots both times, winning the first game 8-3 and finishing the second with 17-0 run rule victory. Junior Taylor Campbell and freshman Holland Coursey combined for 11 of the team's 17 runs batted in. The team also completed a 2-game series sweep over the UNC Pembroke Braves on Military Appreciation Day, Sunday by scores of 3-2 and 11-5. The second game of the matchup included a grand slam by designated player Taylor Campbell. The team improves to 34-4 on the season.
The baseball team completed a 3-game series sweep. .6 runs a game over the series. The third game featured pitcher Cameron Busby getting a start on the mound. Busby pitched 6 strong innings as he picked up his first victory of the season and sealed the sweep. The impressive win landed Busby the Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Year award, and the 3 wins improved Bobcat baseball's record to 17-13 overall.
The men's and women's tennis teams were in action as they played host to Francis Marion University at the Centennial Center tennis facility. The men beat the Patriots 8-0, improving to 8-6. They remain at number 20 in the national rankings. The Bobcat women took their match 7-2. The 15th ranked women improved to 12-4 overall.
As we just heard, it's an exciting time for the Bobcat softball. A national ranking coupled with multiple individual player awards shows that the team is ready to make a statement. Reporter Carly Spear talked to head coach Jamie Krudecki and infielder Danny Bernstein.
I'm here at the softball field with Coach Grudecki and Danny. So how do you guys think the season's going thus far?
I think we're playing as hard as we can every game. Sometimes it takes us a little while, but we pull it out in the end every time.
Now, I know you guys just got cracked the top 10 for the NFCA, so how do you guys feel about that?
Well, I'm just proud of the girls. I think this year we're putting it all together. We've been, working on getting better every year, and I think the girls are continuing to do that every day, and hopefully we'll continue to keep moving up.
All right, what is the biggest thing you guys need to improve on these upcoming games?
I think being enthusiastic right when the game starts.
Okay, so get the motor going really quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is something you've definitely seen the players improve on this season thus far?
I would say stepping it up with, 2 outs, with runners in scoring position, just getting their jobs done.
Okay, well thank you guys so much for talking to us. I'm Carly Spear reporting for GC 360.
A Southern tradition has come back around this month while the Milledgeville Bike Club hosting the 9th annual April Fool's Bike Ride. This ride is held at Central State just south of Milledgeville. More than 50 people took part this year, with participants riding anywhere from 10, 29, 47, and 82-mile loops. The event is not a competition, but is actually a way for riders from around Milledgeville to come together and enjoy camaraderie and a good ride.
A lot of different communities do put on rides, and I think the original reason for putting this on was kind of twofold. One, to raise money for the bike club, and also to introduce our community to people from around the region to kind of show what we've got to offer here for cycling and beautiful countryside.
Well, that's it for GC 360 Sports. I'm Cole Rogers.
I'm Kelly Miller.
And I'm KJ Sinclair.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Good. Homemade noodles. Oh. Marty, stop it. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. It reminds me, I've been thinking maybe we should try a new form of birth control. I heard about this one, it's called the IUD, intrauterine device. Or we could try the patch on your arm. Actually, I think that one goes on your butt.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
What do you think then? Arm or the butt?
Thank you, dear. Well, you're very supple. Just like I was at your age. Back then, I was a sex expert. Used to call me the buttered biscuit. I know about birth control, too. So you can ask me anything, baby.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
Have you had sex in this car yet?
The International Club's annual dinner was a hit, with tables filling up fast. GC360's Hillary Hunnings visited a French kitchen and got the secret recipe for a great evening.
100 quiche Lorraines will soon crowd Ophelia Smith's kitchen countertops. Smith, an international graduate student, is no stranger to the French dish. In fact, she's cooked it around the world. While teaching French in Qatar, she shared the cuisine with her students. Now she's preparing them again for the International Club's 30th annual International Dinner.
Obviously, I'm very devoted for the International Club. These people have helped me a lot to settle here, and so I'm happy to help out.
Ophelia's dish, alongside 28 others, line either side of Magnolia Ballroom. Food from 25 different countries was prepared in total. Plates and seats fill quickly. Dinner proceeds support the Global Scholars Fund, which awards scholarships to international students. Afterwards, a talent and fashion show debut.
She's wearing a traditional Paraguayan dress.
Smith hosts the entertainment alongside mass communication major Joshua Clay. Meanwhile, her quiche Lorraines quickly disappear. This is Hillary Hunnings reporting for GC360.
Last Friday, West Campus hosted the Black Student Alliance's annual carnival, and GC360's Sarah Beck was there for all the fun.
They had painting, dancing, and an endless supply of pizza. The Georgia College Black Student Alliance hosted their annual carnival. The event took place on Friday at West Campus and was attended by over 150 Baldwin County children. All of the children that attended the event are members of the Baldwin County Boys and Girls Club. The BSA, who worked to promote the African American culture, prepared activities for the kids to participate in throughout the day. Overall, the event was a success and was enjoyed by both the kids and the students. This is Sarah Beck reporting for GC360.
Now we take a trip to the Max to get a look at what it's like to work for Sodexo. GC360's Sarah Beck has the details.
Employees at the Max generally make no more than minimum wage, and they are not allowed to receive tips. Max employees are employees of Sodexo, not Georgia College. They're paid hourly and generally get the minimum wage of $7.25, depending on their experience level.
I think we all, sometimes feel that we would love to make more, even myself. But again, we also know too that we try to stay competitive as we can with what goes on in the market and the surrounding areas. I do believe that our employees do feel that they are paid, you know, a nice salary based upon, again, the availabilities and the job opportunities that are in the job market.
Like anybody else, they can be better, but you know, we work for what we get paid for at the time.
GC360 was only allowed access to interview Max supervisors, not regular employees. Supervisors explained why tipping isn't permitted.
We just believe in just providing you with great quality service, so therefore we don't look for anything back in advance.
Max workers get full benefits, including medical and dental insurance, a 401k retirement plan, and bereavement leave. So what are the Max employees' favorite parts about their job?
I like working with the students, and I like my job.
I like working here. I like making people happy. I like making sure they get what they need or what they want.
Sometimes there are extra challenges.
It was one day, probably a good 2 months ago, working on the pizza station, and the fire sprinkler went off, and we had to shut down. It was so, I was embarrassed, and at the same time I was nervous because that had never happened before.
So there you are, life as a worker at the Max. This is Sarah Beck reporting for GC360.
Young students came to the Georgia College campus from all around the world to participate in a prestigious competition, the State Geography Bee, and GC360's Spencer Thompson was there just to see how stiff the competition was.
They came from all over the state. Each student had eyes on the big prize, the State Geography Bee Championship, and the chance to compete in the National Geography Bee. This past Friday, the 27th Annual National Geographic Geography Bee was held at Georgia College. Apart from the glory, the winner competed for the National Championship and a $25,000 scholarship in Washington, D.C. Approximately 100 4th through 8th grade students from all over Georgia competed. GC360 spoke with Doug Otter, the coordinator, about the details of the bee.
A series of questions that get very difficult as they move along. And at first, you know, it might be an either-or question, but then later on they have to know the answer. And the answer is going to be some obscure place that none of us have ever heard about, but they've studied their atlases and their maps, and they know exactly where it is.
The kids who participated in this competition truly had a personal interest in expanding their knowledge for geography.
I like different cultures and learning this stuff, and the different physical features of the world. I like learning that all.
You get to learn about different places and kind of just get to explore.
After the preliminary round, students gathered together to reflect on the bee and to discuss their most nerve-wracking moments.
The not knowing exactly what's going to be taught. So it was kind of, just had to know a little bit of everything.
After about an hour of fierce competition, Vibhav Kanyadan was declared the winner of the Georgia State Geography Bee. Kanyadan won by correctly answering this question: what city has the leading diamond cutting centers? We'll give you a moment to think about it. Not sure? It's Antwerp, Belgium. Kanyadan spoke with GC360 and explained the amount of work it takes to become the first-placed winner.
Well, I had a lot of geography resources. Both my mom and my dad got me a long time ago, and I used those to study. I got interested in geography over the years, and this year I decided to try and test my knowledge on the geography bee.
So what is the purpose of the competition?
Everyone else who comes gets, I think, a better understanding of the role of geography in helping solve some of the world's future problems. Sometimes, as geographers, we feel like if everybody would just take a little longer to look around and talk to the people who are near us, like let's talk to our neighbors and learn more about what their problems are and what their hopes and dreams are, that maybe we would learn to get along a lot better.
Reporting for GC360, this is Spencer Thompson.
Coming up next, Veronica's got your entertainment news. What's it about? Music. Got it.
And this week, it's all about music. We'll bring you an inside look into this year's Sound of the South Music Festival. Stay tuned.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Hello and welcome to GC 360's entertainment segment. I'm Veronica Ulisny. It was a rockin' time in downtown Milledgeville for the 4th annual Sounds of the South Festival. GC 360's Alex Mason was on the scene.
It wasn't your typical weekend in Milledgeville. More than 20 bands traveled to Milledgeville for the 4th annual Sounds of the South Music Festival. Georgia College students lined up early on campus to purchase tickets for the event. The event took place at various downtown bars and restaurants on Friday and Saturday evening. Georgia College students formed a committee that worked on this event for months. This year, the 2 days of live music benefited the Central State Hospital Redevelopment Authority in Milledgeville.
Sounds of the South is a 2-day music festival in downtown Milledgeville to go and support Central State Local Redevelopment Authority, which basically promotes economic job growth all throughout the city of Milledgeville and Baldwin County.
Before performing on stage, the bands and artists headed to Blackbird. Hip-hop alternative band, The Norm, was one of the bands that played at the festival. Originally from Miami, the band combines styles and genres that normally don't go together.
I mean, I think every opportunity to play is, I'm going to take the diplomatic answer, but, every opportunity is pretty rad to me. I mean, ultimately, large festivals, playing for 100,000 people would be unbelievable.
The Alex Guthrie Band from Marietta, Georgia, made their first appearance at Sounds of the South this year.
Listening room kind of band. We do kind of like the Eddie's Attic, kind of small environment, but like really cool and intimate. That's what we like.
I mean, I see it as the years go on and things get bigger, and in a sense that I think the best thing about this band is we're accessible to a lot of different audiences.
Sounds of the South 2015 was a success for the festival goers and the artists. The organizing committee now has a challenge: how to make next year's festival even better. I'm Alex Mason reporting for GC 360.
That's all for this week in entertainment news. I'm Veronica Ulisny. See you next week.
Thanks, Veronica. That's it for us here this week on GC 360. I'm Deanna Hamilton.
And I'm Michael Warwick. We'll see you next week right here on GC 360, where news comes full circle.